Hey everybody, this is William. I'm actually in my garage. Got cold here. The last video we put up was just a couple weeks ago, and I had my dad out, and we had a great time driving around in the T-Bird. But this winter and late fall, my goal is to get into the car and redo a lot of the electrical that ran the windows and the power seats and some stuff under the dash. This car was originally 6 volt. But when I bought it, it had been converted to 12. And so there's just a lot of things to clean up there and wiring to kind of look at, redo the windows so they run properly, the seats. But in that process, you guys, yesterday, you just never know what you're going to find in a car. And I was in the back seat here looking at the relays and the motor that runs the back and forth action of the seat. And somewhere in this area, there's another motor. I was trying to figure out how to get to it. I was looking at how to unbolt the seat from the car. And buried underneath in this area here, I pulled something out. And I was like, whoa, what's this? And what it ultimately was, I've got it all laid out over here, was one of the prior owners of this car. And we had a video where we talked about it. But this is what was buried underneath that. It was his wallet. So there was a wallet buried underneath this car from the early 80s, 1980s. And the guy that owned the vehicle at that point, his name was Harry Reems. You can pull a Wikipedia on him. We had some video information about him. But all of this information here is just amazing, like a time capsule of all these different cards and, American Express card. I've even got, his card here that was... I guess it was his draft card, from back in Vietnam. And I guess he needed a draft card, and then he served in the military. So we've got here, being today's actual Veterans Day, there was a card there that was an honorable discharge. So all of this stuff was found in there. And then even more incredible, my brother and I talked about this yesterday. He came over and was looking at it, and he's a retired police officer. But he said, is there any way we could find the owner, any surviving family members? Because Harry had passed away over a decade or so ago. And I mean, the power of the internet. I did a little searching and had to make some phone calls. And last night I did get a hold of Harry's wife. She's still alive. It was great to talk to her. And all of this stuff is getting packaged up, and we're going to send it back to her. And it'll be awesome. She was really excited to see some of his old memories, a piece of a life that she hadn't known him yet. But either way, this information is going to get back. Hoping to have maybe some more information as her and I talk, to get some info on the car and just in general about his life. And the biggest part of his life, the biggest part of why I bring it into this story for you guys, is his life spiraled so far out of control. He was very, very sought after adult movie industry guy. I think Wikipedia said there's over 100 movies that he was in. And it's not a life that is a life that Christ wants for any of us. But he found himself homeless, alcoholic, and he was moved out of the LA area, and he decided to reside up in Park City, Utah. And it was there that he finally hit rock bottom. He found a church. He found the church, actually, because the basement was where they were having AA meetings. And he found his way up into the church, and he ultimately got baptized. And he married Jeannie. That was his wife, who I talked to last night. And he stayed a Christian for the rest of his life, and they stayed married. And so a transformational change. Anyways, as you know, the car license plate's Luke 15. I love to have the story of this car being restored, but more importantly, I want to bridge that into everyone's life, including my own, about we're all being restored, or we all need to be restored by Jesus. So anyways, hey, hope this video was informative. I think it's super amazing to find a wallet from 1980 under a seat. And even more amazing is to find a place to send all these personal effects to the widow. So you guys take care. I'll get you some videos as I get these windows and seats going. And till next time, take care.